Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 3 of Attack on Titan Season 2. And damn, was this episode suspenseful as fuck. There was like literally so much build up in this episode that like I know for a fact anime watcher onlys are probably literally just like at the edge of the seat wondering so many things at this point, because that's how I felt when I read the manga. I actually, like, what I'm doing right now is I'm watching the anime, watch the episode, then I reread the chapters that it adapts, and like, oh, so that's the parts that was in and out, because I don't like, the last time I read these chapters were like super long ago, so I still have to refresh my mind a little bit when I do watch the episode. So it's kind of like I'm watching it with you guys, not really knowing what's going to happen next a little bit, obviously, because I can kind of remember some of it, but not, you know, all of it. And that's where we come in, that this episode was adapted a little bit of chapter 37 that wasn't shown in the last episode, which is the whole thing with Hanji talking about the possibility of Eden using his hardening ability, you know, or using the ability to harden to seal up the walls. To which at this part I was like, when she was asking him like, can you do it? I'm over here like, he doesn't know, he's never tried. How the hell would he be able to know? Like, and he's like trying to think like, what do I answer? Obviously there's no other option besides yes. Like Levi says, like, there's no option, there's no there's no if, and, or buts. There's literally, you have to do it, you know? And that's why I was like, that made me, like, why would she even ask that kind of question, you know? But it was funny when Hanji was explaining the whole thing, and Armin was like, oh, so we can, and then she just like covers his mouth like, don't you dare take my glory. I'm the one that's going to explain this, you know? And of course, yeah, that's obviously a big thing, because it's the possibility of them not only sealing up the wall that they think is obviously breached, to which obviously we saw this episode, and when the two groups meet, yeah, there's no damn hole in the wall. How the hell did those Titans come along? To which, of course, brings us to another thing, which was, of course, the whole thing with Connie's village being destroyed. Like, all these houses being destroyed, but no blood around anywhere. Which, of course, brings us to the fact that, obviously, this is something that is explained a little bit more in, you know, when they go to the castle and they talk about it. But they decide to take that out for some reason. But, like I said before, it may spoil something they may show in the flashback later on, so I'm not going to talk about that. But of course, you know, one of the scouts goes up to Connie and tells them, you know, maybe everyone evacuated. There's no blood anywhere, right? And that, like, yeah, I guess that's trying to be optimistic about it. But the other scout was like, yeah, that would make sense, but why would the Titans go and destroy all these houses? Why are all the horses still there, you know? If they evacuated, the horses would not be there. There's no way they're evacuating on foot. And then, of course, there's the whole thing with the big giant Titan that's just laying down on Connie's house, to which, yeah, I bet for a fact that every single one of the anime watchers here, anime watcher only is here, probably was like, literally just like, what the hell, when the damn Titan was like, welcome home. What? Yeah, that Titan obviously looks like it's been there for damn months. Like, its legs and arms will not allow it to move, which kind of makes you think, right? Is that one of his family members? Is that his mom, maybe? You know? They explain more about it in, like, later on, which I'll explain more if they don't, you know, show it in the next episode. But yeah, there's a possibility that that is his mom, and the possibility of all the other villagers that, you know, for some reason they just disappeared, or all the Titans that are all over the place. It would honestly make sense why there's no hole in the wall, why there is, you know, no blood in that village, no fighting at all or anything like that, you know, no remains of anyone. It would make sense. So yeah, that's a huge question mark that is going to be answered probably in the next couple episodes, along with obviously the whole thing with Ymir and Krista. Obviously we see in this one that the pastor guy, the priest, pretty much talks about there's only one thing he's willing to say, and this person that they've been looking after all this time she doesn't know that they have been, but yeah, it's Krista. That part when Armin was full on like, oh, she's blah blah blah, she's blah blah blah, and oh, she's kawaii. I'm over here like, yeah, great great description, bro. Great. I mean, yes, Krista is probably the cutest one there, but like, like I could just picture Hanji's when he's telling her that. She's like, oh, the kawaii one. I remember her. Like, what the hell kind of description is that? You know, and the other funny part that happened right before that part was the part with Sasha giving her the letter, and then all of a sudden she gives her, like, I guess, like, oh, instead of like money or something, like, oh, good job, here, have a potato. Yes, potato girl gets to have her foodgasm, her just eating that potato, like, oh, this is amazing. So it was a nice little throwback to see her eating a potato. Oh, potato girl, Sasha. But yeah, after that part, of course, literally they are in there's also that one part, literally this part right here. When I was reading the manga, it was pretty scary, the whole part where they're walking through the dark with only their torches. I would literally shit my pants if I was in that situation. But in the manga, you don't have any, you don't hear anything, any sound effects, any of that kind of sorts. But when it comes to the anime, when they adapted it and they had that guy like like breathing in and out, it just created such an eerie atmosphere. I was like, holy shit, I would be so scared. Literally, you can barely see in front of you. By the time you walk into a Titan, you're dead already, pretty much. And then like the fact that it shows like the possibility that there's like literally Titans all around them. Yeah, count me out, please. Like, whenever I hear people like, dude, what would you do if you were in an anime? If I was in Attack on Titan, gun, boom, shoot myself. Ain't no way I'm going to be, in this world. That's like literally just waiting to get eaten alive. Now, there's a difference between zombies and Titans. Zombies, they're pretty damn scary, but you can walk around them, you can kill them, and they're slow most of the time. Freaking fast zombies are stupid. But Titans, they're gigantic. Once you get grabbed by one, you are dead and like literally just like torn apart, eaten alive in the same thing, but it's just a giant mouth instead. That's even more terrifying, So yeah, I would be super scared in that situation, and just having the sound effects in that scene with him breathing and everything, it was pretty damn awesome. I really like that addition to it. Like, literally, that's the difference from a manga and anime. Like, I always love reading the manga. The manga doesn't have any fillers. They usually put, they have everything in there. Sometimes the anime can't adapt everything, But when the anime comes in, you got the music, you got the sound effects, you got just the animations is different. Like, having them be able to move and everything, and just seeing, page by page is a total different feeling. And that part right there was one of the big parts that I was like, yeah, that's why you watch anime. Literally, it was a pretty crazy scene. And then, of course, going towards the end, the whole scene with all the Titans coming out of nowhere. We learned about pretty much went before that Titans don't normally move in the dark, but I'm guessing it's because of the moonlight, and they're all just literally coming on in, ready to eat them. And when the music starts dropping, things are gonna go crazy. All the scouts jumping down, ready to fight. All the other scouts editing them on their horses, rushing over to save them, dude. There's literally so much hype for the next episode. Even showed the Beast Titan as well, climbing over the damn wall and just sitting there watching. It's like, what the hell is that Beast Titan thinking? Because we already saw it talked, it's intelligent and everything. So it could pretty much very well be commanding all of those Titans there, But yeah, another part that they didn't. They explained more in the manga was that part with Reiner looking at a canned food or something and looking at Sasha like, what the hell, Sasha? They explained more about that in the manga, which is kind of weird why they didn't explain it here either, or add a little bit of it more to, add more suspense to what's going to happen. But yeah, honestly, trust me, you guys are going to have, anime watchers only, you're going to have like such a crazy ride in these next couple episodes, because these next episodes are literally going to be so freaking hyped. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free, comment below. Is anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, see ya.